Welcome back to our Python tutorial series. In this episode, we will talk about modules and libraries in Python. One of the most powerful features that helps to reuse code and supercharge your programs. By the end of this video, you will know how to import built-in modules, create your own custom modules, use external libraries, understand the difference between import, from, and as. Let's get started. In Python, a module is simply a .py file that contains Python code. It can have functions, classes, or variables which you can reuse in other example. Let's say we have the file example module.py, and inside this we have defined the function greet, which take name as an input and it will return hello name. Whatever the name given as an input to this function, it will return hello that name. So this allows us to break down large programs into smaller, organized and reusable files. Python comes with many built-in modules like math, random and datetime. Let's see how to use them. To import any inbuilt module, we have to write import, and here we will be importing math. So we have to mention import math. This math library has different functions. So we'll see some example. We'll write print math dot. As you can see, these are all the functions which are defined inside this math. So we'll write sqrt, which gives the square root of a number. So we'll pass 25 and let's save the program and run this. As you can see, we got 5 as an output. And also we have another function called py. So we can print math.py. If we run the program, as you can see, we got the value of py. Again, there are so many other functions like print dot, math dot. If you can see, acos, assign, all the mathematics operations are defined here. There are a lot number of operations defined in the math library. Next we will see inbuilt library random. So to import that, we write import random. We can print random dot. Again, it has so many options. So we'll write random dot rand int. Rand int will generate the random number of integer. We can specify the limits like 1 and 100. So it will generate a random number between 1 and 100. So let's run the program. As you can see, it has generated 6 now. If we run again, it will generate 31 and it is random. So use import module name to access everything inside that module. Print random dot. If you write random dot, it will auto suggest what are the different functions available in the inside this random module. So these are all the functions available in this random module. If you only need a specific function, you can import it directly using from in the import. For example, from math, then we can write import, and here we can specify the function sqrt comma py. We can directly use this sqrt function here. For example, sqrt of, let's say, 49. So if we run the program, as you can see, we got 7. So we don't need to specify the math.sqrt because we have already imported that sqrt function here. And similarly for py. So if we just replace this with py and run the program, as you can see, we got the py value. We can also use alias for our module. For example, let's say we have datetime module, import datetime, and we can mention as dt. And now instead of using datetime everywhere, we can just use dt. Let's say now equal to, we can just specify the dt dot and datetime dot now, and we can just print the now. As you can see, it has printed the current time and date. So using aliases is especially handy when working with longer module names. Alright, now let's create our own module. We will create one helper file. Create quickly helper.py. This is the helper.py and quickly we'll add the function to add and subtract. So I've added the add and subtract function. Now we can import this file and we can use it in another file. So let's say we have the module.py and we'll go here and we can write import helper and we'll do the add and subtract function. Print helper dot add 2, 3 and we'll do the subtraction as well. Now let's run the program and see the output. Okay, we got the error and we'll see what is this. So here I have passed minus, so I have to pass 5, 3. So let's run the program. As you can see, we got 2 plus 3 5, 5 minus 3 is 2. So these functions are in different file, but we have called that function in another file. So Python has a huge ecosystem of third-party libraries. We can install them using pip, Python's package installer. In the terminal, we can just say pip and install. We have the requests as the third-party library, so we write requests. So we have written requests and click on enter. Now it is starting to collecting the requests and library. And it says successfully installed. Now we can just import requests and in the response and we can write requests dot get. Get is a function defined inside the requests. Here we can specify the URL. So we'll specify https://api.github.com and we'll print response.status code. So we'll print the status code, whether this request has got the response from this URL. So we'll run the program. As you can see, we got 200. 200 means okay. So we have got the response. So external libraries saves tons of time by giving you ready to use feature. So I will give you the bonus content. If you want to see what's inside this module, so we can use dir and help function. For example, we'll see import math. We can write print dir of math. Let's run this. So it lists all the functions and variables in this math module. If you want any documentation, we can use help. So we can write help of math.sqrt. So we'll run the program. It says help on built-in function sqrt in module math. Sqrt x, / return the square root of x. So it gives the documentation. So these are super handy for exploring unfamiliar modules. So we have an external library called pyjokes. So we'll install that pyjokes. To install, we just say pip install pyjokes and click on enter. So it is successfully installed. Now we will import pyjokes. We can write import pyjokes and we write joke equal to pyjokes dot get joke. So get joke is a function defined inside the pyjokes and will add message, here's the joke for you, and will print joke. Let's run the program. As you can see, we have got the joke. What's the object oriented way to become wealthy? It said inheritance. If you run the program again, it will give some another joke. So here is the another joke. There are only 10 types of people in this world. Those who understand binary and those who don't. So this is the real world example. Awesome job. Now you know how to use modules, import custom or built-in libraries and even install new ones using pip. If you learned something new, hit that like button and subscribe for more Python lessons. Thanks for watching and as always, happy coding.